Meet him was the first time you met him on your visit, or did you meet him before since he had originally been a part of this class?
I met him. I actually met him on junior day last year.
Junior day.
Yeah.
Okay. What impressed you about him right away?
Just honestly, I could just tell that he was ready for business just because the fact that he wanted to get there a year early, and he was ranked second in our class, so I knew he had to at least be like, I mean, I know ratings and whatnot don't always mean things, but just the fact that he was second, he has to be able to play ball somehow. So I was just excited to see him, and I saw some of his like game film from high school, and I was like, yeah, this guy can launch it. And then just seeing him this year, I just feel like he's going to improve a lot more over the next few years, and he's already had a really good season for someone who's 18 and starting
Sure.
on the field. So
Knowing that you could come in and potentially be that guy in Charlotte against NC State next year, catching passes from Jake, how exciting is that, and how excited does that make you to get to Columbia and start playing with him?
really exciting. It's really motivating to me as well. It drives me to want to go work out and train myself just to be ready for that time when it comes.
How often do you and Jake talk?
I talked to him on Twitter actually the other day. I didn't have his number, but before that, I just was like DMing him on Twitter and whatnot. But he actually had his phone off during the football season.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, he really means business.
I know that sometimes the weekends overlap. You play on Friday, USC's on Saturdays. How often did you get to play or watch South Carolina play football this season?
I want to say at least 3 times.
Okay.
But I mean, I was always watching like the reruns and the highlights, so
Sure.
I stayed up pretty well with each game.
Obviously Jake didn't start until the middle of the season. When he came in, did you think this like, boy, that's a tough thing for a freshman to do? Did you think he would be as nervous or nervous or pressured in any way?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like anybody who comes in, especially at the age of 18, since he's young, like just anybody coming in that type of position is going to have a lot of pressure on them, especially a quarterback. So, yeah, but I mean, they came out and was his first game the Tennessee game?
I think it was the UMass game the week before.
Okay, well, just in general, that's got to be hard.
Seeing how he went through, especially that UMass and that Tennessee game, were you surprised at how calm and confident he could be despite playing that position?
Of course, he just has poise and he's calm under pressure, which is good. You don't want to, you don't want like a quarterback who's going to freak out and not trust himself to make plays down the stretch.
And knowing that, Chad, knowing that a freshman like Jake came in and did that, does that make you a little more, I guess, less nervous about coming in and trying to make an impact right away?
I won't lie. I actually thought about that as soon as it happened, and I was like, well, he's proven that it can be done no matter like what grade you're in and whatnot. So,
Sure.
yeah.
They have Debo, they have Brian, but USC has also had a really good legacy of receivers. Alshon Jeffrey, Sidney Rice, Kenny McKinley. What do you know about those guys? And were you able to see some of their highlights while growing up or watching them in the NFL now?
Well, I want to say honestly, Sidney Rice is probably the one I kept up with the most. But yeah, I've always seen him as a pretty good football player. He was actually at one point in time he was one of the guys I looked out for and saw making plays. But yeah, he could definitely go up and get it too.